High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are on their way to New Malden, Surrey. The team have come to recover a large debt from Richard Baker, the owner of a bespoke furniture business.
Quite a lot of money, this one. This is for £11,403.64. From what the website looks like, they look like quite a respectable company, so hopefully they won't.
One of those ones can be quite difficult.
Richard Baker Furniture. There you go. Oh, nice stuff in there. Kitchens, wardrobes, a lot. Well, then wardrobes might be worth £2 grand.
The writ empowers the agents to seize goods if Richard Baker Furniture Limited won't pay.
Hello, sir. We're here to see Richard Baker Furniture Limited.
Okay, Richard's actually not here at the moment.
Would you mind giving me a call, please? I'm in possession of a High Court writ.
Right, okay. I'm going to shut the door.
I'm going to come in. It's commercial premises. We can force our way in if we need to.
Right, I'm not sure you actually can. Can you legally?
Yeah, we can, sir. Here's my ID.
It's High Court. We're not bailiffs. We're High Court enforcement agents. We can get entry with a locksmith or force entry, but we'd rather not do that.
I'd rather just come in and just get it dealt with.
Right, okay. Well, I'm not willing to let you force your way in, I'm afraid. If that's the case, then I'm afraid you have to get the police down here.
Well, you can get the police. We won't.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna do that with your.
I'm going to ask you to keep your foot there.
Yep.
And you can call the police.
I'm not going to move from here, sir.
Obstructing the High Court enforcement agents is a criminal offence.
I would rather wait for the police. No accusations can be made. I don't want the gentleman to get hurt in any way. So it's more preventative measures that we put in place. We'll sort it out.
The employee calls the police.
Got his foot in the door. Well, could you send officers to the address? Okay, thanks very much.
Now, if you're not sure, the best thing you can do is call the police, obviously.
Yeah.
That's fine. We've got no problem with that at all, sir.
Is there any chance you could get hold of Richard? Yeah, lovely, brilliant.
But Richard, the owner, isn't picking up his phone. A few minutes later, the police arrive.
Police are here.
Hello. How are you? My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. It's my colleague Kevin. Here with the High Court writ. That's all the powers of entry, everything's in there. Commercial property, we can force entry if we need to. If it's residential, we can't. So that's why it's called the police, and we haven't got a problem with that. That's cool. No problem. No worries. That's right. Cheers.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Is there other we can have a chat?
Yeah, obviously I don't want to.
He can stay at the doorway.
We'll let them speak to him, sort the formalities, and then we'll go in. Kevin, when he's happy, the police happy with him, then just walk in, mate.
But after a few more minutes, Kevin has had enough.
I'm not going to stand here all day, so are we happy that I can come in now?
Do you want to let me in?
You can either let me in or I'm going to come in.
We'll just wait a little.
Let me in or I'm coming in.
Let me just try Richard.
Let me in or I'm coming in. Fine. Okay, I'm coming in. Okay, I'm coming in. I'm not going to stand here all day, okay?
The agents might be in, but will they be able to collect the £11,000 they came for? Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes were in Surrey to collect a debt of over £11,000 from furniture business owner Richard Baker.
Well, they look like quite a respectable company.
Well, those ones can be quite difficult, I find.
They were blocked at the door by an employee.
Well, you can get the police, we won't.
But the team eventually made it inside.
Okay, I'm coming in. Okay, I'm coming in. I'm not going to stand here all day, okay?
Finally, the owner, Richard Baker, calls.
Yeah, police are here and the High Court enforcement officers are also inside. The police said that they've got every right from the documents that they've got to gain access. It's from FM Marble. It's a High Court
Writ.
because the company ceased trading.
Okay. Let's see your documents for it.
The owner claims that his company, Richard Baker Furniture Limited, is no longer trading and is not liable for the debt.
It's no good. I need to see official documentation from them, please.
He only needs the official documentation from them. They're going to go upstairs, so they're saying they're going to take goods.
He's fine. He just didn't know where he stood, which was no problem.
The police are going there as well. They're in the building, Richard.
Brian and Kevin haven't seen any evidence to suggest that Richard Baker Furniture is no longer trading. Kevin starts to investigate.
Brian, everything's in the limited company's name. I'll check them now, but there's packages that have just been delivered that are all in that name. Certificate of Employers Insurance, Richard Baker Furniture. Health and Safety Policy, Richard Baker Furniture.
I really enjoy the detective work of it, the investigating side of things. I love catching people out and getting the result at the end of it. I feel like I've worked for the payment.
For Kevin, it doesn't add up. He's convinced the business is still trading.
Is Richard on his way?
Yeah, let's get him here and sort it out, yeah? Don't worry, all right? Don't worry. We can either play ball or we can't. It's up to you.
While they wait for Richard, the team start to look around for assets they can seize if he can't or won't pay.
Lovely stuff, isn't it?
It is really nice stuff.
These are lovely, these wardrobes, aren't they?
I can't afford it myself.
What'll that go for?
Probably be looking at around about 10 grand. I mean, everything's handmade.
Wow.
Just as Kevin and Brian start to think about seizing stock, the debtor, Richard Baker, arrives.
Hello, Richard.
Hello.
How are you? Thanks for coming.
Okay. Well, what I want to explain, I can get you on to the guy, the company that debt is to ceased trading 2 months ago. His hand should have written to everybody.
Right.
Richard gets his accountant, Hassan, on the phone.
Hi, Hassan.
Hi.
Okay.
The situation is that Richard Baker, I've been advising him for the last 6 weeks. And the company ceased trading.
Well, the problem I've got now, I found evidence in the office here which shows basically, you know, that's not the case. We're going to continue. This needs to be paid, Richard.
We've got the evidence that we need.
Richard Baker is sticking to his claim that the company on the writ is no longer in business. But then Kevin finds yet more paperwork.
Invoice. 1st of February, Richard Baker Furniture.
Old companies aren't going to think they're
Rangemaster.
their names on it.
Thames Water Bill. 8th of January.
You don't want to play ball with us?
It's not about playing ball, it's about playing within my rights, isn't it? And being sensible. I've done everything by the book.
Well, you say that, but we haven't seen any documentation to that effect, have we?
With no proof that the company is dissolved, Brian and Kevin start to put the pressure on.
How about we take some sort of part payment then? I'm trying to work with you here. I mean, listen, I'll be happy with half of it, and then you can sort it all out tomorrow.
The company isn't actually shut down yet, which means that we can continue with action if we can establish that the assets belong to the company. One wardrobe upstairs sells for 10 grand. There's more than enough goods to satisfy the debt.
The company's valuable stock is now at risk.
Okay, sir, if you need 10 minutes, then take 10 minutes, but we're going to make arrangements to have the goods removed, sir. Okay.
The team are hoping that the threat of removing goods will trigger payment. 20 minutes later, Richard calls the agents back in.
But all we can offer, you can give for 4 grand on a credit card until tomorrow morning. Which
I personally would be paying you.
That's all right.
After claiming he wasn't responsible for the debt, Mr. Baker decides to pay.
He's offered us £4,000 today. We're going to take the 4,000. It's a good result. It's 7 o'clock at night.
Mr. Baker believes he can prove that the company is not liable for the debt and can claim the money back.
He says that he can get the relevant documentation, but who knows? So we'll take it from there. A lot of companies will go bust or they can't continue to trade because of it. But no, the guy's locked him for marble in the kitchen. He's locked him for 10 grand. You know, why should he get away with that? Let's forget about the claimants.
Result.
What do you say, mate?
James paid it.